I feel like I've been at this a long time. It's been highs and lows. I changed one thing on the 12th of June. The watch time hours were going nuts. I certainly wouldn't take it back. September has taken off. Oh my goodness. Now, maybe I'm just full of myself. Are you ready for what happens next? Because I was not. Oh God, no one watches me anymore. Look, YouTube giveth, YouTube can taketh away. I've put out so much content. I am in a bit of a slump. This probably sounds like a conspiracy theory. It's shocked me, actually. I've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. But, and it's a big but, I just can't make it over the line. Hi everyone, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room, but today I'm talking YouTube. If you're only here for the craft, come back for my next video, although if you're nosy, you might want to stick around. If you are just here for my quick tips on how to grow your YouTube channel and get monetized as quickly as possible, I have put chapters below. You can skip through, and don't worry, they're like proper tips. They're not like believe in yourself or stay consistent. They are actual, actionable tips. Try this, try this, try this, and I really hope some of them work for you. I'm going to dive straight in with the most controversial thing I'm going to say in this video. Brace yourselves. I started a YouTube channel for the money. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was facing job insecurity. I was looking at a new career path in midlife, and I thought, what would I really like to do? What do I think I might actually enjoy? Is there any money in it? The reason I'm making this video is that when I first started out, there was loads of content on YouTube about how to succeed on YouTube from people who make content about YouTube. You know the old adage in the gold rush, not many people struck gold, the ones who got rich were selling the shovels? That's how YouTube feels. So what I couldn't find was anyone in my niche, which is sewing. I'm a garment sewer, I make my own clothes, and I make chatty videos all about the process. And I couldn't find anyone talking about the crafting niche and whether it was easy, possible to get monetized talking about craft. And there was very little about or from people my age, the over 40 crowd, and also being a Brit. I got monetized this morning. So I have no clue if I'm actually going to make any money doing this. But when I first started, I didn't even know whether it was possible to get monetized. So quickly, let's explain what that is. In order to make any money from the ads that YouTube put up, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which is exactly like it sounds. People have sat down for 4,000 man hours and watched your videos. There is a lower level of 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. Not even bothered with that. And now that I have achieved it, yes, maybe you're interested, or maybe you've had the same idea, you have questions, and I'm going to try and answer them. So let's get started with why I started a YouTube channel apart from the money. So I've been watching YouTube as a consumer of primarily sewing content for about 3 or 4 years. And I did immediately think, this looks fun. And I think I could do a half decent job of this. But you know, life was busy, small kids, busy job, never really gave it much more thought. And then at the beginning of this year, 2024, I found out that my job was in danger. I work for a small business, he works for a large business, and the client who I have been looking after for 20 years is changing the way they do things and might no longer need our services. So yeah, worrying times. My husband and I had a babysitter one night, thank you mum and dad, and we went out for dinner, and we were talking about what I was going to do if I did indeed lose my job. And he just said, you should start a YouTube channel. You watch so much of it. Why don't you do one? Well, you don't need to ask me twice. I like the sound of my own voice. So off I went and started a YouTube channel. We had that conversation on a Thursday. On the Saturday, I filmed my first video quite a few times. On the Sunday and Monday, I learnt how to edit by watching YouTube. On the Tuesday, we brainstormed a channel name. More about that later. On the Wednesday, I registered a Gmail address and set up the YouTube account in the channel name. On Thursday, I worked out how to upload the video I had edited. And on the Friday, it went live. The fact that it went live on a Friday is important because I watched a lot of sewing content under an already established hashtag called #FridaySews. It was created by Jen from Today and Jen's Sewing Room. And I knew that if I could release something under that hashtag, other people are doing it, people know to look out for it, people search for it. I knew that was a way to start getting an audience of interested sewing people. So Friday, I uploaded the video. I sat back and I waited for the viewers to find me. Would you like to hear how it went? Because lucky for you, I kept a video diary through this whole process. So let's now go back in time and see what happened in April. The good news is, a month in, I'm still loving it. Now I know this is the honeymoon period, but genuinely, I really enjoy filming the videos, and and this really surprised me, I enjoy editing them. When I uploaded my first video, I watch a lot of Friday Sews, so I know it's a popular hashtag. And as I clicked upload my first video, obviously you're worried no one will watch it. I had in my mind that 200 views would be pretty good. I just thought that would be a nice round figure, quite achievable, not shooting for the stars. If you're a YouTuber, you can just take a minute now and laugh at me, okay? Because yeah, I got 6 views, and one of those was my husband. Let's get straight into the figures then. That video where I was hoping for 200 views, within the first 24 hours, I got about 12 views, and from that, I got 5 subscribers. I did not expect that. Almost half the people that watched that video liked it enough to subscribe, and that really gave me heart. But I have a theory. YouTube sends out your content a little bit so it can get a feel for if it's any good. But even if it thinks it's half decent, it doesn't send you out loads until you have shown up over and over and over again, even when the views are low, because they want to make sure that you're going to stick with it. Because all of the advice in starting a YouTube is don't do it for the money, don't do it for the money, you've got to do it because you love it. And they're right and they're wrong. There is money to be made, but it takes so long to get to that point, you've got to also enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, it won't be entertaining to watch. Overall, I finished the month with 14 subscribers. So there you can see that at the end of April, I was still very enthusiastic, but also now I watch it back, very naive. And also, gosh, I used to talk really slow. I now get a lot more content in a lot shorter time. Anyway, 12.5 watch hours, 14 subscribers. Let's see what happened in May. May has been and gone. It's been highs and lows. One of the big lows I just experienced because for the first time ever, I just recorded a whole vlog and then realised I hadn't hit record. And honestly, that's the story of May. I've worked very hard. I've seen very few results. I put out 11 videos in May, so I am pleased with my consistency. And the good news is I'm still loving it. But we need to talk about shorts. I did 11 videos, 4 shorts, and they are just a nightmare. I'm sure I'm not doing it in the most efficient way. I film it in portrait, do all the captioning in Canva, then I try and export it and it comes into iMovie Landscape. Then I have to open it on my phone in Photos, zoom it, crop it, voiceover in iMovie on my phone. It's just honestly so much work. And as far as I can tell, they haven't brought me any subscribers. And I'm never going to get to 3 million shorts views of just a middle-aged lady twirling in an outfit she made. So they're gone. Unfortunately, we also have to kill last month's theory that YouTube is just testing me. And because I'm a new YouTuber, it doesn't want to serve me up too much. Oh no. Because as well as being a YouTube creator, obviously, first of all, I was a YouTube consumer. So when someone I watch said at the end of her video, I've got a new, smaller channel I want to give a shout out to. Well, firstly, my little heart leapt as I thought it was going to be me. Oh, that's a country song. Yeah, just like in the song, no, it wasn't me. But still, I want more content to watch, so I went to this new channel to check it out. And the channel is younger than my channel and has like 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, I've got 50. And I was pretty pleased with that. Anyway, comparison is the thief of joy. But yeah, that did get me kind of depressed, but I am glad to have some new content to watch. My watch time hours is the biggest improvement. I went from 12 and a half in April to 48 in May. I committed to doing 3 months and see how we go. We're going to soldier on, we're going to keep making the videos, and we will see where we get next month. So you'll notice May was a big learning curve because I decided to drop the shorts. At the beginning, I think you've got to try a few things. See if you like making short form, see if you like making long form. Try a few different things, see where it goes. Now, June. June is the month. Are you ready? Are you ready for what happens next? Because I was not. So this is a quick little mid-month update in June, just to say things have gone kind of nuts. And I know last I spoke to you, I was probably really like depressed and, oh, when's anyone going to watch my video? Now people are watching my videos and it's scary. I'm having this crazy boom. I'm waiting for it to end. Like, surely. All the other peaks I've had, and by all the other peaks, I mean the two. It was literally one day and then back to normal. And this went nuts. And then I thought it would just, but it went nuts. And then it was like, meh. And then it was like, meh. And then it was like, meh. My mind is kind of blown. I'm getting used to it. I'll tell you all about it at the end of the month. I know. That seems quick, doesn't it? I've only been filming this like 10 minutes, so we're not even far into this video and I've already taken off. That's not how it feels in real life, okay? This took a long time. But anyway, June was amazing. I was amazed. How many times can I say mind blown, mind blowing in one video? Turns out quite a lot. I was so excited at the end of June. It's time for my end of June update, and oh my gosh, it went nuts. YouTube went nuts. My watch hours went nuts. My subscribers went nuts. I changed one thing on the 12th of June. And after it took me 9 weeks to get 77 watch hours, 9 weeks for 77 watch hours, in the following week, I got 125 watch hours in 1 week. The stats for the end of June are that I went from 48 watch hours in May to 1,000 watch hours in June. I know, my mind was blown. Yeah, and it was literally overnight, and I changed one thing, and that one thing was my thumbnail. That was it. My thumbnails before, I'd been trying to make look professional, and honestly, when I look back now, they look like someone who had just learned to use Photoshop was trying to make a thumbnail. But these are the kind of things that you only learn as you go. You've just got to do it, try it, put it out there, see what sticks. And it was actually a throwaway comment from my husband that made me change my thumbnails. And he said, my videos don't look very welcoming, very inviting. And I thought, yeah, you're right. And the kind of videos that I make are chatty, sit down, sew with me, have a cup of tea with me, let's get to know each other. They needed to feel more welcoming. I changed my thumbnails to have more of a crafting background, more interest, and boom, the very next video that I released with the new thumbnail went crazy. My best day in June, I got 302 watch hours in a day. Now we're trying to get this channel monetized, right? And I had many a day that were 0.2 watch hours. The days where I got 2 watch hours and I was so pleased, the way I was looking at it was I need about 11 watch hours a day to reach the monetization goal of 4,000 in a year. So instead of saying, oh, in the whole of April, I only got 48 watch hours, which is 1% of what I need, I'm only 1% of the way there. I was trying to look at it like the days where I get 2 hours and I only need 11, I'm like a fifth of the way there. To then get 300 watch hours in one day is mind-blowing. The hard work is finally paying off. I can't believe it. If I carry on at this rate, which I'm sure I won't, but if I do, I will be monetized before the end of the year. Look, YouTube giveth, YouTube can taketh away. Because all that happened really is people liked my new thumbnail, they clicked on it more than they had previously. The YouTube algorithm went, oh, people are liking this, people are clicking on it, we're going to serve it up to more people. Then quite a few of those people subscribed, so it started serving it up to more people. You get the idea. There was one other thing that gave me a big boost in May, and I'm not hesitant to tell you, you will know what works because it's what you click on. I did a title that was a little bit clickbaity. Look, it was genuine. I had an idea for a video, which was 5 popular things in the sewing community that I don't like. And I knew it would get the clicks, but also I thought it would be a fun video to make. And I didn't sit down and think, how can I come up with a clickbaity title? I was literally lying in bed thinking about things other people like that I just don't get. And I thought, oh, that would make a good video. And I did also think, and I bet people will click on it. And what can I say? They did. I'd already changed my thumbnail, so I was already gaining quite a lot of momentum. I'm not going to try and replicate it with more clickbaity titles because that's not what my viewers want. We're here for sewing chat, generally quite calm and relaxed. They want to know what I'm making. I did get my first kind of mean-ish comments on that video, which I was expecting. They weren't really mean. I certainly wouldn't take it back. So at the end of May, I had 48 subscribers. And at the end of June, I was around about 500. Every time I now put a video out, it gets served up to all those subscribers. We're going to ride the wave while we can. Ready for July? July is over, and yeah, it went good overall. I got 984 watch time hours, which I would have loved to have broken 1,000 again. In June, I got exactly 1,000. So I would have loved to have met that. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. What is hilarious to me is how quickly my expectations and just my hopes have been got up. Back in May, I had 1 6-hour day and I was thrilled. Now I get a 6-hour day and I'm like, oh God, no one watches me anymore. Anyway, the end of July wasn't great. I have a feeling everyone talks about a dip in YouTube generally over the summer. I think we've come to it. My energy levels are dipping again. I feel like I've been at this a long time. My voice feels hoarse from making so many videos. So yeah, I am in a bit of a slump. I've got to 2,000 hours total, which is halfway there. So it's like so close. But also it's so far because I've got to do exactly the same again. Equal parts like buoyed up and kind of weary. We'll see how August goes. So by the end of July, I've got like 2,000 watch hours. I'm halfway there. You'd think I would be thrilled. But watching that back, I have some real mixed emotions. Anyway, July finished. August is coming. If you know much about YouTube, you'll know what happens in August. Let's just say the YouTube folklore of nobody watches in August, it does seem to be true. I got 500 watch hours in August. That's half of what I got in July. The dip started for me definitely in the middle of July. It carried on. I didn't have any videos that did great. That said, none of them were great videos. And I didn't feel motivated to try and make some really good videos because it felt like it would be wasted on August. That's probably a slightly self-defeating attitude, but you know what? I had a busy summer. I wasn't putting the time and effort into YouTube, and that felt right. Most of the videos I watch about YouTube and people who have reached monetization say the video that took off was not the one I thought. Now, maybe I'm just full of myself, but I feel like I can tell which videos are going to do well. I knew that my 5 things I don't get would do well. It was a bit controversial. It had a number in the title. I just could feel it. For September, I would like to make a couple of videos that I'm predicting now will do well. And I'll tell you why. I watch a lot of YouTube, and now I'm in the mindset of being a YouTube creator. I'm always looking at videos that get suggested to me to see which ones are doing well, which ones aren't doing well, what's the thumbnail like, what are the important words that are shown in the thumbnail and in the title that correlate to a high view rate. So in my niche, which is sewing entertainment, that's an important distinction. I'm not making sewing tutorials. Keywords aren't really that important, as in no one's searching for these things, but there are certain words that seem to correlate to videos that fly. One of those is everything I sewed for my holiday, everything I sewed this winter. So I am going to make everything I sewed this summer, because I made a video in July about my holiday capsule wardrobe. Anything with the word capsule wardrobe in it seems to do well. Also, everyone seems to love hearing about everyone else's sewing plans. So I'd like to make an autumn plans video. The good thing about these 2 videos, as well as having thumbnails, titles that I think will be quite clickable, they're going to be quite long videos. If I can make them interesting enough, hopefully people will watch them for a long time and they will start to rack up the watch hours. Because look, Christmas is looming. I really want to be monetized for the December advertiser rush. I'm not going to deny it. I do. I thought we were getting there, then it got snatched away by a quiet summer. The kids are back at school. I'm ready to put the work in, put the hours in to making sure I make some good videos that get some good watch time hours, hopefully bring a few subscribers and get us back on the upward trajectory. So ironically, August was kind of a bad month, and yet at the end of that, I'm more excited than I was at the end of July. The seasons have changed, the fire is lit, and it's time for a mid-September YouTube update, and I'll tell you why. The YouTube law is true. August was a terrible month, but September has taken off. Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to have a couple of well-performing videos coming out in September. I was not expecting them to do as well as they have done. Today is Friday the 13th of September, and yesterday was the day that I crossed over 3,000 verified watch time hours, and that meant that the box on my YouTube Earn page changed from not eligible to apply now. I'm not fully monetized. I need 4,000 watch hours in order to benefit from ad revenue, but I did get to start the process, and it said it might take a couple of days to link my AdSense account. It did that in under 24 hours. Then it said it needs to check my channel and make sure that I comply with all the YouTube guidance to be in the partner program. I clicked apply, it did it all, and as of today, I've been accepted into the YouTube partner program. Absolutely thrilled about that. I'm watching the watch time hours rack up, and I've already, this is crazy, but after 1,000 hours in June, 984 in July, and then down to 500 hours in August, I'm already on the 13th of September over 1,000 watch hours for September. It suddenly feels very close, but also don't forget, not that long ago, I was averaging 12 hours a day. If you're one day watching this in August and your watch time hours are terrible, keep the faith. It's just August. I was super excited. The watch time hours were going nuts. Well, yeah. There is a plot twist coming. I did it, and I can't quite believe it. I today hit 4,000 lifetime watch hours. My mind is blown because the first 3,000 watch hours took like 5.75 months. The last 1,000 watch hours took a week. But, and it's a big but, I don't have enough subscribers. From everything I had read, I thought watch hours came second, subscribers came first, but no. I've hit 4,000 watch hours, but I've only got 962 subscribers. I have on my last video asked people to subscribe, and you know what? It doesn't seem to have made a big difference. So that's actually kind of a relief, because I was worried that I missed the boat on asking for subscribers and I'd kind of set myself up for this. But actually, in the last vlog, I did say, please subscribe if you haven't already. And some people did, don't get me wrong, but no more than on any other vlog. I think I just got to the watch hours first because I've put out so much content. So yeah. Who would have thought it? Watch time hours, tick. Subscribers, denied. Well, hello there. Today is the 27th of September. I've just finished filming a sewing video, as you can probably tell, and I'm still not monetized. I'm so cross. I have been stuck on 980 plus subscribers for the whole week, and I just can't make it over the line. So yesterday I got 2 subscribers. The day before I got 2 subscribers. If we go back a week or 2 ago, I was getting 10 subscribers a day, 33 subscribers a day. And it just seems like, this probably sounds like a conspiracy theory, but YouTube is deliberately not serving me up to any new people who might subscribe so that they can get all the watch hours for free. As it stands, I'm on 994 subscribers. So anyway, that's the update. I'm cross. I shouldn't be cross. I should be freaking thrilled, because we're still in September and I'm so nearly there. And the other thing I should be doing is uploading this video I just filmed, because hopefully if I push out some new content, I only need 6 new people to see it and click subscribe, and I'll be there. I've done it. Today is the day. I am officially monetized on YouTube. I have clicked the button. Yes, there was a button to say that I would like to benefit from the ad revenue on my videos. I both can't quite believe it, and also, oh my gosh, it took so long. I've been waiting for this moment. So last I left off yesterday, I went and edited my sewing video. I uploaded it, and I sat back and waited for the 6 new subscribers I needed. That was all. And it was a torturous day. I stayed on 994 for hours. Finally, I got to 995. Yes! And I thought, right, this is it. I refreshed, back down to 994. The whole day went like that. I went to bed on 998, and this morning I woke up refreshed, 1,001 subscribers. Thank you so much to those last few. I can't believe I finally made it over the line. And now I'm going to go and film a video telling you how I got monetized in under 6 months. So that's it. You're fully up to date. That was this morning. It was terrible lighting. I had no microphone on. My makeup was only half done, but I was so excited to tell you I am monetized. We'll see how much revenue it brings in. I just have no idea. And this is what was so frustrating when I started this channel. I couldn't tell whether I would make 10p a month, 10 quid a month, or 100 quid a month. I started this video by saying I did it for the money. I hope it comes across that whilst I am doing this hoping it might become a viable alternative career for me, I also genuinely do enjoy it. That said, if it's £10 a month, I'm not going to carry on doing it. Yes, it's enjoyable, but it takes a lot of hours. And if I'm going to be out of a job, I need to put those hours into something else. I think that's it for my YouTube journey thus far. So I hope that you are finding this useful, but the most useful bit is coming. Let's just get on to all my top tips. Okay, we've got to talk thumbnails. It's the one thing I changed that made my channel take off, and I cannot stress enough how important thumbnails are. However long I spend filming a video, I spend twice as long on the thumbnail. If no one clicks on your video, it doesn't matter if it's amazing, entertaining, informative, so watchable. If no one clicks on your thumbnail, YouTube is not going to serve you up. It's as simple as that. And it's annoying because you can be great at making videos, you can have an effusive personality that comes through the screen, but you're just not a graphic designer. But you've got to work on your thumbnails. And what worked for me was the throwaway comment from my husband who said, make them welcoming. And at first, I thought my thumbnails had to look consistent so that people knew it was me, that I had branding, and actually they're not the ones that did well. The ones that are clickable are the ones that show a little peek into what's coming. The other thing I would say is with titles and descriptions, people will look at your thumbnail first and they will read the words on the screen. Then they will read the description underneath. There's no need to say the same thing in both. What I find best is title, very descriptive, almost aimed at the YouTube Google search engine. On the thumbnail, you want something more light-hearted, playful, just pique their interest. Oh my God, it all went wrong this week. Or something that's going to make them click through to see what happened, but don't put that in the description because YouTube isn't looking for that. The words I put on the thumbnail and the words in the description, they're similar, but they are different. And if you can refine that and refine the thumbnails, you have got such a big head start on getting viewers to your channel. Whatever niche you are in, see if you can find an already established hashtag of people making similar videos and jump on it. Don't go for something really vague like hashtag garment sewing. Try and find something that has a loyal audience of repeat viewers who are always looking for new content. I touched on this earlier in the video, but I really do owe so much of my success to the hashtag Friday sews. It's absolutely ideal for just finding your first few subscribers, because the algorithm has to know to whom it should serve up your content. That is one of my biggest pieces of advice. Find a hashtag. You don't need to start one. There are millions out there. Find one that appeals to you, that you're excited about. I did actually contact Jen and just out of politeness say, can anyone post to this hashtag? Do you need to be invited? And she was so gracious and said, no, I've set up this hashtag for all of us to be able to find each other. She is a wonderful lady and I'm so thankful to her. This is a big one. When you start your video, get straight in. Don't start by asking for subscribers. They've not even watched it. How do they know if they like you? I do a short intro. Hi, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room. This week I have XYZ. If I've got channel-y kind of updates, I tend to do it at the end because they're the people who you already know are invested. In the same vein, I don't do a big outro, as in at the end of the video. Because as a viewer, I know as soon as someone starts going, well, that's all I've got this week. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Once it gets rambly, my mind's elsewhere. I can tell from the stats in my videos when I have done that, that's when people click away, click on the next video. And you don't want to lose those viewers at the end of the video, because on your end screen, you should be putting a subscribe button and one other video that you think they'll like. I personally do one subscribe button, one video, because if you do 2 or 3, which is an option, I just think people get decision paralysis and don't know which to click on. And do make sure it's suggesting you. It might be suggesting someone else. And, you know, that's wonderful. We've all been suggested at the end of other people's videos. Thank you very much. But if you've got the chance to get someone watching another one of your videos while they're already on your channel, do it. Also, at the end of the video, when I've completely finished editing it, I do a 3-second freeze frame. YouTube starts the end screen, I think 20 seconds before your video ends. And if you're still talking, people probably don't want to click on the video. But once you've stopped talking, if you then immediately end the video, YouTube goes straight to an ad. But many a time I have thought, oh, I'm interested in that video when I'm watching. Oh, well, I'll wait until they finish telling me what they're telling me and then I'll click on it. YouTube goes straight to an ad. I didn't get the chance to click. I can't remember exactly the title and I'll never find it again. Just do a little 3-second freeze frame at the end. Keyword research. For me, for my channel, it's not that relevant, and yet it is. The actual keywords, as in search engine optimization keywords, I don't think are very important because people aren't searching out my content specifically. If I was making tutorials, they might be. If I wanted to rank highly for how to install an invisible zipper, yes. So it might be relevant for you. For me, I don't think it's that relevant. However, that doesn't mean there aren't keywords, as in words that appeal to my demographic, words that always seem to do better. As you're watching YouTube, because I really hope if you're a YouTube creator, you're also a consumer, because that will help you refine your content so much. As you're scrolling, notice the ones you're clicking on. Notice the ones that have a high view count and a low number of days since they've been released. See which ones are performing well. Which videos in your niche always do well? I've mentioned this, I'm sure, in the previous clips, but for me, it's everything I made in this season, my plans for the coming season. See what you can glean from other people's experience. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I'm not saying copy them. I'm just saying notice what does well and use those words because they're clearly high performing words. Your channel name. This one can be paralyzing, I know. I would just say don't box yourself in. So there's a famous big box store here in the UK called Carpet Right. In the early noughties, when everyone started installing laminate and wood flooring, they had a problem because they were called Carpet Right and nobody wanted wall-to-wall carpet anymore. They should have called themselves Flooring Right. I did think about calling my channel Always in the Sewing Room. Over the years, I've been into loads of different crafts. I spent 10 years embroidering like every day. What if I want to do that again? Craft was specific enough, but also generic enough. Also, I didn't want to call it Always in the Sewing Room and then talk about crochet in my videos, which I do, and then have people go, oh, this is a sewing channel, just stick to sewing. There's just people out there who are persnickety, and I just thought, if I call it anything to do with sewing and I talk about anything that's not sewing, they're probably going to have a go at me. So I went with Always in the Craft Room. I will say, and I did not think of this before I set up my channel, I only noticed it very recently. But on my YouTube app on my iPad, down the side it has subscriptions. And by default, this is sorted by the person who's uploaded most recently, and they all move about. And to me, because I subscribed to so many channels, that annoyed me because they kept moving. So I changed mine just one day to sort alphabetically. And then I noticed that Veronica Sews is always at the top of my list because simply her name begins with an A. And for other people, I must be up at the top of an alphabetically sorted list because my name starts with A. I have no idea if it makes any difference. But yeah, channel name, don't box yourself in, but also don't stress about it too much. Don't let that be the thing that stops you. But yeah, it's also probably not great to be like Hayley164739. You get what I'm saying. Controversial things. Now you will notice in June, my 300-hour day, which is still my best performing day ever, was a slightly controversial video. Look, it was a genuine video about genuine topics. I'm sounding a bit defensive, I know, but I'm just saying, if you are going to court controversy, just know you're courting controversy. You will get mean comments. Yes, you might go wild. Is that the thing you want to be known for? If you have watched that video of mine, or you do watch it, you will notice at the beginning I say 6 things that are popular in the sewing community that I don't get, and I only list 5. I cut the 6th because I knew it wouldn't make me any friends. I'm not here to make enemies. I just like chatting sewing. I'm kind of a bit of an old grouch and things get to me. I was sharing it, but I also didn't want to offend or upset people. So I cut the 6th one. I'm happy with that decision. I don't think the video would have got any more traction if I'd mentioned it. I think I literally would have just upset people. So I'm glad I cut it. Also, ironically, cutting it probably led to more engagement. And by engagement, I mean comments. I got so many comments saying, tell us the 6th, tell us the 6th. I'm never telling the 6th, but it was interesting to me that that's how it panned out. While we're talking comments, I don't know if it's because I've watched a lot of videos about YouTube, but I'm so attuned to people who are asking a question just to get comments. It seems so fake to me. I can spot it a mile off. When things come up naturally, when I've got a problem and I'm like, do you know what I should do? Or I'm looking here at some hem samples I did. If you don't sew, this will make no sense. But I wasn't sure how to hem a top. I was umming and ahhing in my video, and I said, if anyone's got any suggestions, put them below. It was a genuine question. I'm genuinely interested in the answers. I need to check them later because I would like to hem that top and I don't know what to do. So yeah, be natural, be yourself. By all means, watch all these videos, get all these tips and tricks. But really, I honestly think what succeeds on YouTube is people just being genuine. I get so many comments saying, your honesty is so refreshing. And I'm kind of confused by it because this is just how I am. Like, if you don't want my opinion, don't ask for it because I'll tell you the truth. Not meanly, but just like, I guess sometimes it can come across that way, but I thought you genuinely wanted to know. If you just want reassurance, maybe I'm not your girl. Anyway, that's a tangent. Those are my top tips for YouTube. I really hope some of them help you. I hope you too get monetized sooner than you thought possible. I wish you every success. If you've got any questions, I'm being genuine. If you've got any questions, do ask them below. I love chatting about this. I love talking sewing. Apparently, I now love talking YouTube, and I would love to help you if I can. Oh my gosh, the funniest thing just happened. I was filming the outro going, if you've got any questions, by all means, ask me below. I'd love to chat YouTube. And I was being totally genuine. I really would. If you've got any questions, leave them below. But I said that, and then I said, but you know what? And I was about to say, I'm not a professional. I'm making this up as I go along. But as if to prove my point that I am not a professional, as I was filming that, my phone rang, and I'm filming on my phone, and it cut off the recording. So yeah, proof if ever we needed it. I'm just one girl making sewing videos. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Watching yourself back is humbling. It really is. I had no idea how often I sniff, how posh I sound. That was a surprise. If you're going to invest your time anywhere, invest it in thumbnails, because until you get people to click on your video, the rest of it does not matter in the least.